Hello, my name is Marina Rivers, and I did my adaptation of first person on The King's Magic Drum, an African story. So, here we go. I am one of the daughters of the rich ancient king of Calabar named Ephraim Duke. My name is Princess Janice, and I am 13 years old. I very much admire my dad's beautiful magic drum. It was so wonderful to look at. It was a very large drum with unique, colorful designs on the sides of the drum. The drum had magic capabilities. When it was beaten, it was always to provide plenty of good food and drink. We would have a feast every day and enjoy the qualities of the magic drum. But there was a downfall to the drum. If the owner of the drum walked over any stick on the road or over a fallen tree, all the food would go bad, and 300 Igbo men would appear with sticks and beat the current owner of the drum, and all the guests were beaten as well. No one knew this secret but the king. Every now and then, my dad would invite all his people to eat a great meal. I was jealous of my dad because he said one day the drum would be given to his son, my brother Edmund, the next king. I thought, why can't I, a princess, one day rule Calabar? Why can't I bring happiness to the people? Why am I in the dark where no one can see me? I feel all alone, and there are so many wives and daughters and sons, but I feel that there is no attention for me. I am so angry and jealous that me, a daughter of a king, has no attention. I pondered on it, and I made a plan to steal the drum in secret and make the people love, notice, and adore me. My dad took very good care of his drum and made sure no one would use it. He hid it very well. I decided to mess with one of my half-brothers and fight him because I was so angry. I could not find the magical drum, which is why I was so angry. I kept messing with him over and over and over until he could not resist his anger anymore and he hit me on my back. I cried out in pain and went down to the floor. I told my mother what my brother did to me. My mother, Ikor Edom, one of my dad's wives, took me to a spring to help wash the bruises on my back. A tortoise was cutting his nuts for his meal in a tree above me and my mother, and one of the nuts fell to the ground in front of me. My mother gave me the nut to eat since I asked for it because I was hungry. The tortoise said he would tell the king that his wife stole the nut from him that he was going to feed his family with. In response to his words, she claimed that she did not steal it. The nut was on the ground and she just gave it to me. My mother took the tortoise to my dad and told him what happened. The king asked the tortoise what he wanted for compensation, and the tortoise wanted the king's drum, and he told the king so. Little did they know I was hiding around some statues listening to them, even though they told me to tend to my little brothers and little sisters while they had this conversation. I knew my dad would give the tortoise the drum because he did not want a bad reputation for his wife, so I would wait patiently and steal the drum from the tortoise. The king granted the tortoise wish and gave him the drum, but he did not tell the tortoise about the consequences of the magic drum. I did not know the consequences either. I followed the tortoise and the drum he was carrying back to his home. I waited until the family was sleeping and I stole the drum. I ran quickly back to the castle to my room, where I banged on the drum and appeared food and drink. Weeks later, my mother and father and all his wives went out to visit another country because they were invited to a ball. So, while they were out, I invited the people to my home to have a big feast that I would provide. I was excited to show off the beautiful drum and finally be recognized from the people as more than just one of the king's daughter. I was a provider to the people. The people knew to look at the son Edmund to take over in the king's absence because he would be the king one day. But I'm the one who invited them to the feast, and I was the one at the head of the table with the drum, not him. When the people saw me, they were confused, and I smiled real big, then banged the drum. And the people were so excited to see the best food and the fine wine appear on the dinner table. They ate graciously and called me the ruler of the country instead of my brother. My brother was jealous, and he stole the drum when he saw that I was not near it, and he ran quickly to the castle with it. He ran quickly and fell over a stick. He came back to the castle at night, knowing we would be asleep. The next day, I desperately looked for the drum, and I heard screaming and cries from the dining room. I quickly ran to the dining room, and I was astounded to see 300 Igbo men beating Edmund and some of my brothers and sisters. We all realized that the drum was no good. We dumped it into the nearest river, and when our dad arrived back to the castle, we told him everything that happened. He was furious and made all his sons and daughters work for the food they eat by cleaning the castle and helping the maids. The prince and princess learned discipline, and they also learned not to steal another one's property. The end.